Hey guys, Quicksilver Gaming here, bringing you another episode of Ultimate General American Revolution. This is another custom battle that we're playing, so this is the second custom battle on the channel, and figured I would redo a battle between the British and the Americans, but give the Americans a little bit better equipment so it's not just this mass horde against a more elite army. I also took out all the cavalry from the equation because cavalry seem to be a little bit broken right now just in how much damage they do, and then they don't do much to retreating enemies, and it's just better for sort of testing, which is kind of what these custom battles are to me, is testing things out. They're not to show my like ability as a general, they're not to like show off or anything, they're more of like, how did these units perform in the situation? So the very first battle I did was well-armed British against Americans that literally just had civilian muskets, and the Americans outnumbered the British more than 2 to 1. I think it was like 5,000 against 2,000. And the British dealt a lot of casualties, but eventually the British were run down. I also had cavalry in that, and the cavalry definitely affected the battle in some very strange ways. So what you'll see here is, once again, I've just put a general in each army. I could put 2 generals. You know, why not? Let's put 2 generals because I have a little bit extra. So let's do, I don't know, you. I think all the generals have the same stats right now. And then Marquis de Lafayette. I don't actually know who served under Cornwallis. Maybe I'll do some research on that in the future. So each army has 2 generals, and then each army has 4 infantry regiments, but the Americans have 2 militia regiments on top of that. And it's because even though they have similar weapons, they're not completely equal. So the British, they're all equipped with Brown Besses, including the skirmishers. Last time I gave the skirmishers like really good rifles. It's probably just going to be Brown Besses on the skirmishers in the campaign map. I'm not entirely sure. And then 6-pounder field guns. Basically what I did was I created British that are probably similar to what you'll face on the campaign map in the first year of the campaign. So Brown Besses across the board, some skirmishers with Brown Besses, and then some artillery with the 6-pounder field guns. I gave them 2 supply wagons, so they have 6,060 cash left over. The Americans have 4,540. So the Americans, they're technically a better army, but it's close enough for my liking here. I guess I could add another supply wagon on each side, and no, that doesn't work. They go under, even though that didn't show that it was that much. But so the Americans, the militia I did keep with civilian muskets, because generally when you're playing on a campaign, your militia are going to have civilian muskets until you get a nice surplus of US muskets or Virginia muskets. These will be the last units to receive better weapons. So I kept them as civilian muskets as is. And then the 4 infantry regiments, I gave them United States muskets for the Fusiliers and Hunter rifles for the skirmishers because that seems about right. And I gave them 4-pounder Galloper guns for the artillery because I think that's reasonably something you can get to in your research tree. Obviously, as you defeat the British more and more, you'll be stealing their 6-pounders and 12-pounders, but 4-pound Galloper guns is something that you can build yourself easily. So that's how the 4 infantry regiments are, and then 2 supplies. We're doing spring, open terrain, medium battle size, and average deployment distance. Let's dive right on into this battle. And here you can see the 2 armies separated apart. I really wish there were deployment zones, especially for the custom battles, but you can see the Americans outnumber the British just a little, and as I like to say at the very beginning of a battle, that was some loud birds in those trees. At the very beginning of a battle, I do like to pause and just deploy my troops. I find it makes it a little bit easier for deployment. Our artillery is not in the greatest position. Let's be honest about that. So let's move this artillery about here in the tree lines. That'll be the edge of the woods, and then we'll have this artillery actually, so these guys will sit here. I would like maybe 3, no, not 3, just 1. We'll have one infantry regiment there, I'm starting to guess myself. Maybe it should be 3. These lines, I'm very nitpicky with my lines. So let's not have you guys do anything. And then we'll have this artillery sit about... It'll be about there. I think that's about correct. The lines are not very good in this game compared to Ultimate General Civil War. That is something to take note of. And then these guys will sit out over here. We'll move these skirmishers out on the flank over there. That's perfect. And move these skirmishers out on the flank over here. And then, of course, these 2 infantry, they will be behind the artillery. We'll probably have 4 out on the flank. They'll help out over here. You guys move out over here. Then we'll have 2 behind the artillery. And maybe another out on the flank. Cornwallis, you can be on this flank. Burjon, you'll be out over here. And hopefully that's everybody moving about. And of course the baggage train, they are not moving. So they'll go up over here and over here. That is the plan. So get moving. And I think that'll do it. I like the average distance apart. Of course, the AI is going to charge forward, but that's just how the AI is programmed right now. Interestingly enough, that's all the ammunition they have. That's strange. Why do they not start with 100% ammunition? I wonder if that's a bug. Because you see, like, these 4 over here start with 100% ammunition, and then nobody else does. So that's really odd to me that not everybody starts with 100% ammunition. Alright, how are we doing over here? Looks like that artillery may be clipping with that infantry just a little. So we'll shift... Where is this artillery? Something like that is perfect. They're shifting nice. And let's grab you all. You'll go across like so. And as I said, we'll have 2 regiments behind the artillery, 1 regiment moving up over here. These skirmishers out on the flank is perfect. Sounds like we are engaged already, which is perfectly fine. Move those guys up. So I guess we only have 1 guy. We could shorten. That was a comment I got before. Maybe shorten the line a little. Probably a good idea. So let's shorten our line just a little, and our skirmishers can protect our flanks a little bit better. These supply wagons, I feel like their supply radius is a lot smaller than on the campaign map. So what do we have? Militia moving forward. Let's fast forward this. Should probably have these guys hold fire until the enemy gets a little bit closer, because this is some useless fire right here. So that's... I guess they're in a fine position now to shoot, but before was not the biggest fan of how it looked before. I think I probably need to refuse that flank a little, because the enemy is definitely hitting our flanks harder than our center. I was told that when you hit hold, your units don't really shift to the enemy as they should. They're definitely hitting our left flank a lot harder than our right flank. Do not like how drawing lines works in this compared to Ultimate General Civil War. Just going to put that out there. Alright, there's a lot of skirmishers coming out. I can see them out over there. And then on this flank, how are we doing for skirmishers? I feel like our skirmishers are in kind of an odd position over there. Get you guys moving up. Alright. I would actually like to put you guys on hold. I think that's a good idea. Should be some nice cannon volleys into the infantry. And there are some skirmishers out on this flank. Hopefully we can deal with them. We outnumber them out on that flank. We don't have any cavalry in this battle, and neither does the enemy, and that's by design. Holy moly, they are hitting that flank really hard. So we'll just have to watch out for that. I would like you guys to go on hold. That is some amazing canister shot going on over here. Right flank feels pretty good. Okay, so I probably need to put those skirmishers on a hold order, maybe. They don't... I don't like putting them on the hold order, but they keep... I don't want them to actually do their skirmishing, which they're doing. Like, I would like them to kind of hold. Funny enough. So the Americans are definitely avoiding our cannons as much as they can, which is a smart move on their part. Over here, I think we have a good position. We'll keep an eye out with these guys. If I need to, I have 2 extra regiments to hit the Americans with. We'll turn you off of hold. Maybe shift around just a little. Perfect. Might need this line to move a bit. I do have 3 regiments over here. I probably don't need anybody behind this artillery anymore. Their artillery is clearly shooting at our artillery because of the amount of damage we've taken. That definitely seems like a thing. You guys, okay. Skirmishers doing skirmishy things. Over here, yeah, I think maybe if we move you guys up, move you guys in over here, move these skirmishers back, and then they'll form like a new flank. Are they charging in? That'd be really weird. I don't like actually how those guys are moving. Hopefully this artillery doesn't hit our own men too much. I probably need to reposition our troops. Once again, not a big fan of how the lines are drawn currently. No, I don't want you in melee. Okay, whatever. Let's shift you guys out just a bit, and you'll protect. We'll grab you two, move you a little bit there. We just need one behind the artillery for the time being. I feel like you guys are doing more damage than good. Let's grab that. Okay, what's going on over here? You guys are in a precarious position. Not a big fan of your position. Oh boy, I didn't notice that. Okay. That's not good. No, why are you... Okay. This is a problem. We probably need those guys to run over here, and I feel like we don't need them over there anymore either, so we'll just run them around. This should be fine over here. We are taking a beating. Let's put you guys on hold. Let's move you guys out over here. Man, they're charging in against our skirmishers. We'll probably lose those skirmishers on that flank. Over here, I think we are fine, except our skirmishers are being a little buggy. Low ammo, are you out? Okay, probably don't need the skirmishers behind the artillery anymore. We'll keep a center just in case. This artillery feels like it is mostly done with what it needs to do, so I'm not sure if I should move my infantry out like so and then grab this artillery and limber it up. There's not really a limber button, we just move. It's not like Total War Napoleon. Okay, I had guys retreat. That's not good. This flank is actually... I think if we moved our artillery to the edge of the trees over here and did something like put you guys on the flank to the side and then had you all retreat back. You guys need to retreat. That was not what I wanted to do. Have you guys retreat back and refuse this flank. Our skirmishers are basically dead, unfortunately. But That'll secure this flank a little bit better, I think. Move you guys out onto the side of the artillery. Their artillery might get some flank shots on us. It's a risk I'm going to have to take. And move you guys out over here. So we've just reshuffled our line, basically, is what I'm doing. Move you guys over, and I think that'll help us out tremendously, because over here we're doing really well. And I feel like these guys could move out over here, these guys could move over here, and then we still have 2 reserve units on this flank. So, if need be, we can move units over to this flank, but I think with our reformed line, we'll be doing pretty well. At least that is the theory. Let's make sure that these guys... They don't have great vision, but it's good enough. So, yeah, as I said, it's good enough. It's not great. Okay, let's make sure you guys are in range of the enemy. And then same with you guys. And then you guys be out over here. So they can really only hit them. We'll probably need to shift that artillery around again. And then where's a... Oh, did our general disappear? Oh, he must have... Wait, both of our generals What did they get hit by? Enemy artillery? That's a little... I didn't notice them going down. That's really bad. I wonder what that does for our morale. Can't be good at all. Let's put you guys on hold. And you guys on hold. Shift you guys up. We need this artillery to probably shift up. I bet they can actually see them, though. That is the thing. Are they charging into us? They are charging into us. Okay. We have no conditions. That's not great. We probably need to help out over there. And then these guys... Yeah, okay. That routed them, so that's good. On this flank, how are we doing? Our skirmishers are really holding up. Our artillery is doing alright over here. It's doing fine. I would like to... I would like to not over-commit, man. The line drawing. That's something that they need to fix, is how the lines are drawn. They should be nice lines like Ultimate General Civil War. Okay, so artillery... Yeah, repositioning this artillery was a great idea. Reforming this line. Weird about our generals. They must have died from artillery fire. Not sure how I feel about that, to be honest. But, I mean, it happens, but I don't... Not sure I'm necessarily a fan of that. Let's move these guys back. They're on low ammo. And then there'll be sort of a group to come in over here. I feel good. Can you guys hit them? Because the artillery is going to blast those guys to pieces. And then you guys can move over here. And then you guys can move up. These guys need to go off of hold so they can properly attack this unit. They probably need to combine with the other unit, but... And then they need to move up to engage them. That was a nice shot from the artillery. So even though they can't see, I think... Well, no. See, like, we can see them. So I think because some of our units can see them, they're, you know, like, forward observers for the enemy. I don't know. I don't exactly know how that works. It's a little funky. Not entirely sure how I feel about that, but that is how it works. So this battle... I mean, it feels pretty clean, to be honest. Obviously, there's things I can clean up, like not losing my generals, for sure. No, what do you... did I give that command? Why are you guys... Okay. That's interesting. That was not really what I was thinking would happen. Behind the trees is not in a good spot. Can I move this artillery over here? And then move this artillery behind them. They won't be behind them for the whole time, so don't worry about that. That being said, I will probably forget about it, and they will be behind them, and they'll end up shooting my own men in the back. Alright, over here, how are we doing? Let's have these two units help mop up those colonials over there. Let's reform this line just a little. Another American unit has shattered, so that is good to see. Just need those guys to... okay, they're gone. So then these guys can form a line over here. Actually, you guys, let's combine you because you're really small. Artillery there, and actually if we put this artillery... oh man. Okay, don't move too far. And then these guys will come back over into this tree line. And then what is going on over here? I think we have you guys go out over there. You'll be fine. Our skirmishers, well, they're in a rough spot. Maybe... I don't think we need as many troops over here, so let's move over. What happened here? Was not expecting them to get into combat. One of our colonels is wounded, not great. Okay, this artillery looks like it's in a good spot now. Probably move it up a little bit. It's a little risky because we're in combat, but honestly, I'm fine with it. That is amazing. I will take that shot. That's a... no, not move. Hold. Yeah, that's amazing. I will take that every day. And then you all... okay, looks like a lot of the Americans are breaking. And the balance of power just shifted pretty hard, so that's always good to see. I should probably start charging, but my condition on a lot of guys is probably terrible. There's some Americans down there, so that's good to know. These guys probably need to combine. They're shattered, so that's good. I feel like this flank is looking pretty good. I think redeploying that flank was a really good idea. And then this flank just did really well throughout the entire battle. So let's push forward onto that unit. Keep you guys back. You're fine staying back. If it ends up just being the American artillery at the end, we'll probably just end the battle because I don't... like, that's not enjoyable. On the last... oh, that's not good. We need you to not do that. Come on, artillery. Reposition yourself. So you guys shift out there. You guys shift there. In the last battle, custom battle I did, it ended up being like my artillery, you know, trying to fend off the American horde, and it was like my army should have completely routed and shattered. And the army route mechanic, I'm not sure it's fully fleshed out. Okay, so what's going on over here? Okay, can you guys just charge them? I think that should get them out of there. Then those two skirmishers will somehow live through this battle, which is pretty crazy. More of their units. Okay, we have another wounded officer, so that's not fantastic. Get you back into the line. These skirmishers, just do your thing. I mean, maybe we'll go assault the artillery, but that's just, like, that's how you lose men. And when it comes to where the enemy basically just has artillery left, it really shouldn't... the battle should be over, I guess is the best way to put it. Are those actual men, or are they shattered? I'm not sure. I don't have line of sight on them. These supply wagons are basically useless at this point. And then... okay, supply wagon that's shattered, good to know. We'll shift those guys out that way. I do want this infantry to go away. And then over here, really I just need to shift this infantry around and then shift you guys around, and then this artillery can come back and... You know what? You'll take their spot. They'll move over here. You guys move over here. And we can take out the rest of this infantry on this flank without artillery. I think it should be... Cross my fingers that, I mean, it should work out that way. Are they not shattering off the battlefield yet? Interesting situation over there. We'll shift you guys up. Up we go. We'll shift you guys there. Draw tool is amazing. More games need the draw tool. I was playing the Napoleon Total War campaign, and it doesn't have draw, which, you know, like Napoleon games, they have the capability to, or not Napoleon games, Total War games, a lot of them have the ability to draw, so that one really caught me off guard, that I wasn't able to draw with them. Alright, let's put this on fast forward mode, because we need the enemy to go away. Not really sure about their cannons. They have some infantry coming back, but it shouldn't be anything. This should be the point where the enemy, you know, completely shatters, breaks, and is off the battlefield, but of course it's not. I definitely agree with the comments in the last video, like, the game needs to do that a little bit better. It does it okay at times, but needs to be better. Let's just move this artillery forward, and then we'll move this infantry forward too. This artillery should be blasting them to pieces. Can you guys charge them, and then I can move these guys out over there. See if that shatters them. I think I am on fast forward mode, which is good. We'll have those guys move up. Actually, nope, let's not do that. Messed up there. Moving my artillery up is what I wanted to do. That looks good. Low ammo is not good. Okay, they have more infantry than I thought they did. But that's fine. Oh, and victory. So that must have been the complete army shatter. That's good. They did have a bunch of units left. Okay. So this is where player skill versus AI skill comes into play. I felt that those armies were relatively even. The Americans still outnumbered the British by a large chunk, and I think it was because of the what do you call it? The militia. They're 150 each. What did I give them? I gave them 2. So that was 6... Nope, that's, yeah, 600, 1,200. So they should have had at least a 1,200 man advantage, which if you look at that, yep, that's a 1,200 man advantage. So, yay, I can do math live. That's impressive. So, but if you look at the casualties there, 845 infantry losses for me, 2,582 infantry losses for them. We didn't really go after the guns. This, I would say this is the player skill versus AI skill gap. It's because the AI is programmed to assault you, and their artillery was not in a good position, whereas my artillery did a lot of work. I bet if we look at the efficiency, it's, yeah, so my 4 artillery pieces are at the top of the efficiency, which makes sense, because my artillery was placed in an aggressive manner. It was in the lines, up front and forward, and it was able to hit them with canister. Also helps that my artillery was 6-pounders and they had 4-pounders. That does come into effect. But as I said, I kind of built the British what you would sort of expect to see on the campaign battlefield in the first year, and I kind of built the Americans to what I feel like is a reasonable build for your army moving forward on the campaign. Maybe next custom battle, I'll flip it. I'll play the American side with like the same exact force, and then it'll face the British with the same exact force. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like that to happen. Maybe do that more on the custom battles. Like, okay, here's this force, and we'll do that battle this week, and then we'll flip it and turn the tables the next week and see if I can do better than the AI did, which hopefully I can do better than the AI. But I think a lot of it has to do with how the AI is programmed, in that they will be the aggressor, so you can place your defensive line, and I think it's much harder to attack than it is to defend. Maybe in a future battle, I'll try my hardest to be more aggressive and keep the AI pushed back. I think the AI's tactics, though, besides the fact that it pushes forward and is the aggressor, I think they're a lot better than they used to be. I feel like they avoided the center as much as possible, which I think is the correct move, because I had not much space between my cannons, so anything that came down the center would have been absolutely blasted. And on the flanks was where my cannons weren't on the flanks, and they moved around my flanks really hard with large amounts of men, and I think that's the correct move from the AI, but obviously it needed to move its cannons more forward. I did see in the last episode, if you watched the entire thing, after a while the enemy did move their cannons forward, but I think this is a reasonable expectation. Two armies relatively equal. Obviously the militia for the Americans probably didn't do anything. Let's see, 150, 150. So two of their militia did almost nothing, but one of their Fusiliers did almost nothing, to be fair, too. And then destroyed militia, which only killed 13. Destroyed heavy loss militia, killed 14. And then heavy loss militia killed 15. One of theirs killed 17. So yeah, just not good kill ratios for them, whereas, let's see, player, can I, oh, that's how you do it. Okay, still learning some of this stuff. So some of my worst units, I mean, well, some of my units didn't really engage, which is the problem. Yeah, their units just bad efficiency. Their skirmishers had the best efficiency, and then whoever this was, what's the 3? Oh, that was militia. So one of their militia killed 54. That's not terrible for militia. I mean, it's their best non-skirmisher unit was a militia unit, so interesting. But I think that kind of shows off the point, and I wanted to show off a battle that was more even in terms of the equipment, because that was, the last one was a lot of fun and goofy, like how long can the British last against waves upon waves of colonials. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Hopefully it was a little bit better than the last one I did. A little bit shorter of a video too, because we didn't have that crazy end game, and I spent a little less time explaining the custom battles. But please like, comment, subscribe, all of that YouTube jazz. Click the Discord link in the description below if you want to join my Discord and, you know, chat with other people. I have some lobbies where, you know, if you want to do some live play, co-op play with people. There are some people in my Discord server that have been co-oping other games, not stuff that I put on YouTube, but, you know, playing multiplayer Gates of Hell, playing a game called, what was it, Making History multiplayer, and these are people from my Discord server that I've been playing with. So I play a lot of games outside of what I do on YouTube, and if you ever want to play a game with me or play with other people in the community, my Discord server is definitely a place for that. But anyways, that is it for today's episode. So as always, guys, until next time.